Hello guys, welcome back. Konnichiwa, herzlich willkommen. So my friends, update here on Super Micro Computer Incorporation, ticker SMCI, trading here on the Nasdaq. I give you here my full chart analysis and the price levels to the up and the downside. Everything what I say here is of course not financial advice. Yo guys, when we had here the end of October, I already released here a couple of videos on SMCI. Minus 39% price action in one day. One of my credos is, guys, no drama, no squeeze. This is my video here from the end of October, and I said I will buy here. So even we have this kind of shakeouts, I know how the market is working. I'm trading since many years, and that's why I am not scared by price actions like that. I also mentioned in this video where I expect the price to go and where we have the latest point of support before we see here a recover process. And you can see that I will show you of course here my drawings and the liquidity zones, but we know all that SMCI is here starting to squeeze and that we recovered already from the sell-off here and had a price increasement of 166%. Yeah, here by the beginning of November the bottom was in, and then we started to squeeze. This is not difficult to see. I tried it, or I tried to do that here every week, guys. So it's not only to educate you in trading. Therefore, I show you here the charts also for SMCI and a lot of other stocks, but I also try to predict short squeezes, and I release here every Sunday my brand new hot stock videos, guys. So the brand new video will be out very soon here on Sunday. And then when I release this hot stock video, that means you see here my finest selection of short squeeze tickers, which I expect to squeeze in the very few next days. There is no guarantee, of course, but this week we had 3 squeezes, guys, in one day. Here 2 of my hot stocks squeezed after my video release. Perfect retracement also on the price level, which I predicted in my video, and we squeezed 150%. That was here the 5th of December. And at the same day I had 2 other squeezes here. Again, one of my hot stocks here also from Sunday, same week, same video. You can see that here. That was my release price, and boom, we squeezed 192%. And then also one of my Patreon swing trade alerts squeezed 185%. Yo guys, trading is fun when you know how to do it. It can be very frustrating if you don't know how to do it. That's why I can only share my knowledge here with you. And if you also want to see these kind of short squeeze plays here, my personal finest selection, then you can of course also join our trading community. The most popular membership which I have is the full package membership here on Patreon. Every day new members joining in, guys. I'm very grateful for that. It's a great community, and if you also want to join in, you can click here the info icon in the corner. Then you get access to this Patreon member link. You can see all the member benefits here, guys. Yeah, so my friends, let's enable now the drawings and let's check if we are still squeezing or if the squeeze might be over. You already know from my previous video here the price targets. We have a lot of open gaps in the chart. I don't expect a strong technical rejection before we touch here $52. I think somewhere here between $52 and $65 there is a potential rejection waiting. We're building here actually something like a knife constellation here in the chart, but as I said, this is not yet super bullish because the main resistance is still waiting here at around $51, and I mentioned that in all my videos before that I expect those gaps to close here for SMCI. So let's enable now the drawings and let's check what the chart picture is saying here. Not only I said, guys, that I will buy more, I also said where I expect the squeeze to happen. In this yellow time window here, in this time date range, I expect the squeeze to happen, and you can see we started a little bit earlier here, 1 or 2 days before I calculated it, but we are still in this squeeze date range here, which I expected. And the landing zone for the squeeze, for this small squeeze, this is not a big short squeeze, this is an absolute normal algo squeeze, guys, is here waiting between $57 and $52, guys. This range here is where I expect the price to go, at least $46 to close this open gap here, but it would just make sense to retest here the price levels here, the trend channel top, which is waiting here also in the $62 range. So between 53 and in best case $64 here could be possible for Super Micro next week. And why could I predict the short squeeze, or why did I say I will buy here, guys? This is the main liquidity zone which we have for Super Micro SMCI between $33.80 and $23. This green box here is very in favor for the bulls, and you can see after a very quick shakeout here the market makers and bulls stepped in and bought the dip up. be careful if we should fall, if the squeeze should be over and we don't break out here out of this trend channel pattern. I will come to that later, guys. Then keep in mind $16 is the last point of support before we dive here into in the $11 and $10 range and even a little bit lower. This is technically possible, but for now, of course, I'm nevertheless super bullish on Super Micro, but be careful if they will dilute the stock or whatsoever, what I don't believe, but it is technically possible since the market capital is here $25.7 billion. I don't think that they will dilute, but as I said, technically it is possible, and because of the stock split which they executed here, that makes just no sense that they dilute the stock. But as I said, the chance is always there in the market. You have to be open to the up and the downside. It is not smart to always be only bullish on a stock. So guys, and what is the trend channel pattern here? This is the absolute main algo pattern here for SMCI. That's why for me personally, I was super sure that we see here a squeeze. We had the same situation already here back in August where we saw a shakeout below this trend channel top and bottom line here, guys. So when you don't understand how to trade that, usually every time when you hit here the bottom line, you see a squeeze reaction, and when you hit the top, you see a sell-off reaction. It's always same like this, guys. Many stocks showing the same patterns, and that's why when you understand those trading patterns, when you know how to draw these patterns and spot them, that is for me personally was the moment where I become very successful in trading, guys. And what we can see here, that we had this massive shakeout here in combination with the stock split, which has been executed here for SMCI, and that's why it was the reason in combination here with this liquidity zone why I expected here a squeeze to happen, and we are still squeezing, of course, guys. So when I say a squeeze, that means of course that we have here not a big short squeeze. This is just a normal algo squeeze, and that's why I have to repeat that one more time. When we don't break here out of this trend channel, guys, which means at least based on today, when on Monday the market opens, guys, when we cannot see a price over $64, $65, that means that we are not short squeezing. If Super Micro should go over $64, $65, then guys, to be very honest, this is not to hype you up, a big short squeeze is possible here for SMCI. If not, guys, if we just get rejected here, then the algos just did what they have to do. They retested all these certain price levels here, the previous price levels, closed the open gaps and will come down. I show you that one more time. We have here two open business still in the chart. $46.75 is the next open up gap. $51.35 is the next one. And then, as I said here, this EMA line here could act as a resistance. We can see that Super Micro gap down here when the market makers touch this EMA line here, then they created this kind of gap down. This is what they do to control the price. But when we continue to go higher, it is even possible that we see here an EMA line cross, that the EMA lines here start to cross. I never focus on that in trading, to be honest, but that is of course also a bullish signal here in the chart. But as I said, as long as we don't trade above $65, then we are not short squeezing yet. Be careful for shakeouts or fake outs, because we could of course squeeze out of this trend channel here to close this open gap at $65, and if we then don't see a huge sell-off reaction, yeah, because that is the purpose for the algos, to close this open gap. As I said, we have to stay here on that price level when we want to see a big short squeeze for SMCI. The market is super bullish, guys. The chance is there. So I hope, of course, that we don't see here a bear market incoming in January latest or in February. But for now, we have a very good opportunity here to see a short squeeze for SMCI. That looks quite good. As I said, we have also some down gaps here, of course. We have to talk also about the bear scenario. As long as we follow up this trend channel pattern, everything is still bullish. Even if we come back here to $18 and $16, we have these open gaps here with this price action which we had. We have an open gap at $33, we have an open gap at $18. So don't be scared when we come back down. But I said that before, a price below $16 would be super bearish. This is what I absolutely don't want to see for SMCI, even it is of course technically possible, guys. These are the price levels here, guys. If you want to copy the price levels from my chart, I know it looks a little bit messed up, but I repeat that one more time here. This golden box here is, in my opinion, the price goal which we have for this squeeze here right now between $57 and $53. I don't say we cannot squeeze higher, but keep in mind, if we don't close a full candle over, let's say $65, guys, then that is just an algo squeeze and we will retrace here somewhere back in this trend channel pattern. This is what I expect next for SMCI, and the main liquidity zone where the buyers are waiting is between $23 and $33, guys. If you want to copy here my price levels from the chart, this is everything based on TradingView, what you see here. I use that chart program for all my videos and all my trades, guys. And I can highly recommend that, especially when you really want to learn trading. Then there is no way around that you use a good chart program. I can offer you here a $15 discount code for the premium tier for TradingView. If you use here my discount link here in the corner, guys, then you get access to the special $15 discount link. So my friends, that was the update on SMCI. I hope that was helpful. Don't forget here to check out my latest hot stock video, will be available right now. And if you like this content here, if you don't want to miss any updates, then please hit the like and subscribe button right now. I would really appreciate that. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching this video here and see you in the next one. Arigato gozaimasu. Vielen Dank, einen wunderschönen Sonntag und bis zum nächsten SMCI Video. Take care. Bye bye, guys.